After you have finished viewing the video, you go on to the practice exercises. In this case there is only one quiz, but depending on the material there may be more than one exercise here. You can of course always go back and watch the whole video or parts of the video as many times as you wish. Let's have a look at the contents of this particular quiz now. So there is a title of the quiz and some brief instructions. If you want to try the quiz, you press this button here, Attempt Quiz Now. Some of the quizzes allow you to make as many attempts as you like. In this particular case, we have limited the number of attempts to 2, but you can always request the teacher to change this for you. So if we press this Attempt Quiz button, we can have a look at the start of the quiz. In this particular case, I have asked some questions about the task guide, and this is to test the student's understanding of the instructions. Very often in listening tests and all kinds of English tests, the instructions are the most important. So you simply use the pull down menus here to enter your answers, and then you can submit the page here or here. So I'm going to do that now. And as you can see, it shows the ones that I got right and the ones that I got wrong. And there may be some feedback at the end of that. When you are finished with the quiz, you press this button to go back to where you were. This button will take you back to the beginning of the course. So this button here is most useful. And there we are again. I'll show you some more examples in a moment, but while we are here, you will notice that there is another menu system here. And this is the same as this menu system up here. But here you can see all of the sections laid out. I mentioned at the beginning that tests 1 and 2 are guides to how to do the IELTS test. And so the quizzes and the questions that we ask are testing your knowledge of the exam strategy and the exam technique. The remaining tests 3, 4, 5 and 6 are straightforward basic IELTS practice tests. And so I'm going to show you some of the activities in a normal practice test now. Let's look at test 6. Again, we have the 4 skills: listening, reading, writing and speaking. So let's have a look at the listening section. So in this practice test we have 4 sections in the listening module. Section 1, 2, 3 and 4. And these cover all of the 40 questions in the IELTS test. Let's have a look at this first listening section now. Again, we press the Attempt Quiz Now. Okay, what you will notice now is at the top is an audio flash player, and that is actually the audio for the test. Let me show you.
Test 6. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear.
So that is just as you would hear it in the real test. In this particular case, these are short answer questions, so you actually type the words that you hear. In some cases, more than one answer may be possible. And a good example of this is in different spelling for British and American English. This quiz contains 2 questions. As you can see, in some cases in the IELTS test, you can choose 3 options. So here, questions 8, 9 and 10 allow you to choose any 3 of the above options A to H, and you can enter them in any order. So the way we do that in our online management system is that, for example, if your answers are A, B and C, then you can enter A, B and C like that, or B, A and C like that, in any combination. Let's try that out. B, A, C, submit page. So the software will show you some feedback here. Later on, you will have an opportunity to look at the actual answers. Sometimes the answers will be given in the feedback, but not always. And again, we use not the bottom button, but the one second from the bottom to go back to where we were. So then you just simply progress through all of these 4 sections to complete the listening test. The reading test is very similar, and I'll show you that next. The only difference really is that there is no flash audio player at the top. We simply go into the quizzes, and as you can see in this particular case, these are simple multiple choice questions. This quiz has 3 questions. So that's the reading test, and as for the listening test, you progress through the 3 parts of the reading module: passage 1, passage 2 and passage 3. We do recommend, for your own sake, as this is a practice test, please try to create realistic exam conditions and keep to the time limits. This is really up to you.